Hello everybody, Laurie here from Unique in the Creek. Hello TikTok, hello Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. Say hello when you come in. We are going to make a super cute and very easy snowman wreath. And it's even easier if you buy the Unique in the Creek kit. Because everything is in the kit that you need. So, let's see what we got here. What do we got? All right. We have some people, which means we are streaming. Okay, so what I'm making tonight is the 2023, because I do this wreath kit every year. Hello. Oh, good. We're working on our YouTube tonight. Awesome. Hi, everybody. This is kit 059. Okay, kit 059. It is being done on the character board, and you do get the character board in your kit. You also get vinyl number 509. Look how cute that little face is. And we're going to put that on the board. You get a whole roll of the white, heavily snow drift mesh, right? Okay. You get this fabulous, look at this hat. Isn't this hat awesome? It's flat back, so it's going to be really easy to attach to the wreath, and it's going to sit flat as well on the door. And it's fabulous. It's like a kind of a mesh and wire glittered hat. It's fabulous. It's pretty cool. You also get this 1.5-inch roll of ribbon, because we're going to make a bow tie with this. You also get 3 of these. They're very hard plastic glittered snowflakes. They're not like the cheapy ones from the dollar store. So I'm going to probably put one on his hat. I'll glue one in his hat and a couple in the bow. And then you also get this really fun pick that we're going to use in the middle of the bow. Make it really whimsical. You get 100 pack of the zip ties that we're going to use. You get the wire nippers to cut your zip ties. And then in this packet, you get a Unique in the Creek vinyl applicator squeegee, right? Okay. You get a couple pipe cleaners, one's for the bow, a couple of them for the hat. Okay. And you also get a measuring tape and double-sided glue dots to put the measuring tape on your table. So that's a lot of stuff in there. And that is what's in the kit. I'm going to be adding some lights. These are battery timered lights. These are perfect for a wreath, because these lights, once you turn them on, so it is 7 o'clock. So these lights, I turned them on at 7. They will stay on for 6 hours, and they'll shut themselves back off in 6 hours, and then turn themselves back on in 18. Isn't that cool? So you really don't have to remember about your lights and the battery on your lights, because it does the work for you. That is why these are the only lights I sell, because these are, they're the best for making wreaths, okay? You know, you can buy all different kinds of lights and everything, but if they don't have a timer in them, you know, you leave your lights on for one night and you're replacing the batteries already. So that's why I like the timered ones. Okay, so we're going to get started. I'm just going to put all this to the side. First thing we're going to do is put our vinyl decal onto our board. Now, using the vinyl decal and the Unique, let me go down to the board. Using the character board and the vinyl decal makes your sign and your frame all one piece. So you'll see that we have hundreds and hundreds of different vinyls on our website, uniqueinthecreek.com, that you can do exactly like I'm doing. So you're going to apply it to the center of the character board and decorate around it, okay? So the first thing I'm going to make sure is that there's no glitter, which is very hard to do in my house, and no dog hair, which again is very hard to do in my house. But for moments, I just need no glitter and no dog hair. Just for a few moments, okay? There we go. I think I'm clear. So this solid part of the character board is where we're going to be putting this. Basically, it's a big sticker. It's a big outdoor UV resistant sticker, okay? Now, I like to spritz the board with just a little bit of water, okay? Just with this little water bottle. I keep this handy in my craft room all the time. And the reason I use a little bit of water is if you don't put your vinyl on perfectly the first time, this is a really high adhesive glue on the back of your vinyl, and they are water soluble. So which means I can lift up the vinyl and the glue won't be affected by the water. So I could lift up the vinyl, move it again, put it back down, and do that as many times as I need to. Usually I get it right the first time, because what I'm doing is I'm looking where there's number 1 and number 2. There's 2 holes at the top. I'm just kind of looking right down the center, okay? There is a center point on your boards, right straight this way and right straight this way. So basically when I put my sticker on, I'm just looking between his eyes and making sure between his eyes is kind of lined up with the top hole. Does that make sense? It usually works out every time. So what you're going to do is you're just going to peel off, and this is vinyl number 509. You will see that we have all kinds of like Santas and gingerbread faces, all kinds of signs that you apply just like I'm doing right now, okay? So again, I'm looking at this row of holes and his eyeballs. And what I'm going to do is place the sticker right inside these holes. Look how easy that was. I'm just going to hold it up. And it looks pretty straight to me. So I'm just kind of looking. This is where it's going to hang. Looks pretty straight on the board to me. When you have a face, it really kind of doesn't matter. Even if you have the face a little bit turned, it doesn't really matter, because then it'll just kind of look like he's looking cockeyed. But it always works out. But if you did do it on crooked, no problem. See how easy that came off? It's because that water is still in behind. And then you can reapply it. And you can do this as many times as you need. But as long as the outer circumference of your vinyl is not covering these inner holes and it's straight, you're good to go. Then you have a squeegee in your kit, but you can also buy the squeegee separately if you like to do vinyls. Oops, sorry TikTok. Yep, live TV. Sorry TikTok. My thing fell over. I think I knocked TikTok over last time too. Did I walk? I think I knocked TikTok over. That's hilarious. See, even a professional like me, which I'm not really a professional, I knock everything over with as well. Go with the flow, man. Makes for good TV. All right, I got a piece of paper towel. And I'm going to put the paper towel right over the end of the squeegee, all right, where the felt is. And I'm going to start from the center of my vinyl on my board and just work my way out. And you will see that the water starts to kind of spit out the sides. That's what we want to happen. Okay. Okay, and that's why I put a paper towel on the squeegee, just to get most of the water soaked up. And then I'm going to squeegee it again with just the felt on the squeegee. Hello, hello. And again, go around from the center, and you'll see little squirts and you'll hear little pops, because this is really putting good pressure onto the sticker and board and giving it a really secure adhesion. Alrighty, and then we're done. That's it. So now your frame and your frame and your sign are all one piece. All right, so that is how you do the vinyls. This is garbage. Now, like I said, I am going to put lights into my snowman's face, okay? These are the timered lights. There's 20 lights on a strand. It takes 2 AA batteries. All right, the first thing I'm going to do is make sure you turn your lights on before you start putting them on your board, because it's nothing worse than putting your lights on and getting everything all decorated and then your lights don't work. That really sucks, because it's happened to me, okay? Don't let it happen to you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these lights, I'm going to take some Scotch tape, and we'll start over here. I'm just going to take a piece of Scotch tape and tape my lights right to the board. So I'm taping where the actual light base is, and I have the light bulb facing towards his face. Now, you may think, oh, it's going to fall off, blah, blah, blah. It's not, because see how this wire is in between these 2 holes here? We're going to be zip tying mesh in these holes. So the lights are going to stay on by a zip tie. So the only reason I am taping them is to A, keep them in place, and you won't see the tape, but B, I want to make sure the lights are facing his face. So I just put the light bulb in between each row and put a piece of tape. Okay, so you see how that wire is kind of looping at the top, which is what we want, because that's where the zip tie is going to go. And nobody will know the difference that you put tape. So I just go in between every row of holes. Very, oh, we don't want the tape. Very easy to do, to add lights. Now it's Christmas time. I would be adding lights to every wreath I made. They are only a couple dollars, and it really does add value to your wreath. Especially when people find out they're timered, that they don't even have to turn them on and off. So it is a big seller, putting some lights in, and they're easy to do. Especially with the boards, you just literally tape them on. And like I said, you're not going to see the tape, and they will be zip tied in once we start putting the mesh on. Hello, everybody. So if you have any questions, except for you, TikTok, I can't see your comments. How much is the one you doing? Actually, you know what? I really don't even know. But if you go to uniqueinthecreek.com, go under DIY Wreath Kits. If you're Canadian, it'll come up in Canadian money. If you're American, it'll come up in US funds. We do ship both Canada and US. We are located in Canada. However, we have our own delivery service and our own delivery trucks and drivers that go over every single day to the United States with vanfuls of your orders. Okay, so we have 4 left. I'm just going to continue with the other 4. Just, I know there's lights already there. We're just going to use it up and just retape just like that. Now, the battery pack, I'll show you what we're going to do with the battery pack. We can hide that. This is your favorite one, Doreen. Yeah, I do this every year, this kit. Okay, so the battery pack, on the battery pack, you'll see a little arrow, and it'll say open. And then up at the top here, you'll see on, timer, off. As soon as you flick that, the lights to the middle, that's the timer. So that's when it'll start the timing. It'll start at 7:17 for 6 hours and shut off. Now, to attach the battery pack, once I put the mesh on and everything, I do hide the battery pack underneath the mesh and stuff. And how I do that is just Velcro. So this is just this packet is just a packet of Velcro I got from the Dollar Tree. And I think you can get it in the crafting section and in the hardware section. You just need a little piece of Velcro. And then I use hot glue. Okay, so I'm going to put some hot glue on the back, one of the back side of the Velcro, without burning my fingers, which is hard to do. And I'm putting the Velcro on the back side of the battery pack, not the side where it says open, okay? Because we want to change our batteries when we need to. And then once the wreath is finished, I will put another strip of glue on this side of the Velcro, and we'll glue it to the board. And then when you go to change your batteries, it just Velcros right off the board. Okay, so you won't see that. Pretty nifty, huh? All right, we are ready to go. So let's prep our supplies. So we're going to use 8 pieces of this heavily drifted snow drift mesh. 8 pieces at 45 inches. I know it seems like a lot. It actually is a lot. But I'm using up the whole roll. And because it's white, you want to use quite a bit because sometimes white is a little bit see-through. Now this one's not bad because it's got so much snowdrift in it. But I'm going to cut it at 45 inches. Now I know my cutting mat is not 45 inches. It's only 36. So what I'm going to do is put my mesh at the end of my cutting mat. Okay. Roll it out. Now you're going to make sure that the bottom seam or the bottom edge is, following a line. I'm putting my finger on the 35. Then I'm going to bring it down. Put where my finger is on the 0 and cut it at the 10. Okay, so we got this big old long piece. Now, if you're using your ruler that you got in the kit, you can do the exact same thing, or you can stretch your ruler out because your ruler goes all the way up, or your measuring tape goes all the way up to 60 inches. But you can do the exact same thing. Put your mesh at the end of your measuring tape. We'll roll it out. 35. And this should be the whole roll. Yeah. So I have about 40, instead of 45, I have about 47 left on this roll, which is, I'm just going to use this whole piece. So we used up the whole roll of mesh. Okay, so 8 pieces of mesh. This mesh, 45 inches. Now don't throw away your tube yet because we are going to use this, the end of this tube, okay? Okay, so we don't need to cut any ribbons or anything yet because all we're going to do is put in mesh right now. So you're going to get your zip ties that you got in your kit. Just a bit. Okay, these are 6.3 inch, 18-pound zip ties, and we are going to use row 1 to 1.5, and we're going to do every other. So if you want to start, I'll show you. I'm starting where it says number 1 and number 2. Okay, I'm going to take my zip tie with the flat head of the zip tie facing up towards the ceiling. Okay. And that's because when you put the tail into the flat part of the zip tie and you pull it, you'll hear that zipping and it'll lock, okay? If it's not locking or you don't hear the zipping, have a look because you probably have your zip tie in backwards. All right, so row hole 1, and just go down, flat part of my zip ties. If I put it flat, it's facing up the ceiling to row 1 or to hole 1.5. Now it flipped on me, so the flat part's not there anymore. So I have to flip it around. Okay, so you're just gonna leave it open just like that. We're gonna skip a row and you're making sure that the wire for your light is going in between these 2 holes. Okay, because don't forget, we just taped these on, but we're going to zip tie them on with the mesh. So we're skipping a hole and going down. So we call this preloading the board open, meaning the zip ties we're leaving open. You'll find a lot when we do a lot of the flower wreaths and stuff, we do it with zip tie closed. So I always tell you if it's open or closed. So we're going to use 8 zip ties. There is 16 rows of holes total on this board. This board is used for quite a few things, so we want to make sure that we're doing the right holes for this one. Now you can do 16 pieces if you want. If you don't think, when I'm done, if you don't think it looks full enough, you can do 16 pieces. So you would divide 16 into 360. That's how many inches are in 10 yards of mesh. And you'll be able to get the even number of pieces. I have a feeling once you see this done, the 8 pieces will be enough for you. Okay, so we have our board preloaded. Our mesh is cut. And I'm going to show you how we're going to do this fold for the mesh. You're going to get a zip tie ready. Now I'm going to use a clothespin. I like to use clothespins to help me hold stuff. And I'm going to use my water bottle as a weight. Okay, so for this fold, we're using, hi everybody. Hello, hello. Thanks for joining me this Sunday night. Hi, TikTok. Anyways, we're doing the mesh is curl up, which means if I let go of this, it's going to curl up on itself. Okay, that's how I describe the way, because there is different ways. When different folds, the mesh goes different ways. Okay, so I'm just putting something heavy at the one end of my mesh. You're going to take the inner part, the inner tube of your mesh roll, okay, put it at the end of your mesh, and we're going to roll it twice. So I'm going to roll, and there I see the edge of my mesh through. Okay, so that is one rotation. I see it again. That's 2. So I'm going to do 2 full rotations, and then I'm going to pull this out, kind of pinch this in, and it's going to have like a tube at the end. This is where I'm going to put my clip on. And then I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. So roll it out. Now this is the 47-inch piece of mesh, the end, so. Well, thank you, Sandra, for ordering. All right, again, we're putting the tube in. There's 1 roll. So the edge of my mesh, when it hits that, the mesh that's on the table, that's what I call a one full rotation. I'm gonna roll it again. There it is again. There it's 2. Okay, pull this out. Okay, I like to pinch it. I push it down kind of in the middle, pinch it, and I'm going to scrunch or pleat my mesh all the way up to the other end, right down the center, just like this. So you're dragging and pinching and pleating your mesh with your pointer finger and your thumb. Okay, so you just drag right till it meets the other end. And then we got this really cool, this is actually called a woodland ruffle. This is a really cool ruffle. So it's got a tube at each end and a ruffle in the middle. Now what you're going to do is take one of your zip ties. You have 100 in your pack, and we're just going to put it around the center of your ruffle. Okay, before I pull it super tight, I just like to make sure that everything is even, like both ruffles are even, and my curls at each end look good, and then pull it tight. This is really going to help you when we're putting the mesh into the wreath. Okay, so I'm going to do it one more time. So again, you're going to take your inner tube from your roll. Okay, so roll it. There's my line. There's 1. There's my line again. There's 2. Just kind of pinch that, and we'll put a clip on it. Hello, hello, everybody. Thanks for joining me this Sunday night. This is like one of my favorite kits in the whole world. I do it every single year, and I do it a little different every year too. Okay, there's 1, 2. Slide this out, and I just use the inner cardboard tube just so you can, just so our tubes are the same size on each ruffle. Okay, they will open up and everything, but at least when we start out, each tube is the same size. So when I got it pinched, again, I'm going to go right up the center, dragging. Now you don't want to do this on a table with a tablecloth because you will pinch the tablecloth in your mesh with you. All the way up to that other end. Take a zip tie. We're going to put it right around the middle. Okay, before I do it super tight, I just make sure that each side looks very similar, okay? There we go. That's our ruffle. And I'm going to pull it tight and cut the zip tie. Now you don't want to cut your zip tie ends with your good ribbon scissors. That's why I do put these wire nippers in the kits so you can cut your zip ties. Okay. You need 8 of those. Yes, all my previous snowman kits. Thanks, Tina. All the previous snowman kits are on my YouTube channel, Unique in the Creek, and they'll be under character board. So there's a playlist on Unique in the Creek YouTube. So whatever board you have, whether it be the triangle, the large board, the character board, the candy cane, each board has its playlist, and you just look at the pictures and find a picture that you looks interesting, and then I just press play and I am there to show you how to make it. All right, so here we go. I am going to have this mesh with the tubes facing up. So lots of times you'll see me do, you know, face down. When I do face down, it's more to hide the ends of the mesh so you don't see any frays. With this way, you're not going to see any frays because the edge of the mesh is way deep in this tube here, so you're not going to see it. So what you're going to do very easily is just put this right down on the center of your zip tie, and you're going to come around and do your zip tie up. Now you can use your wire cutters if you don't squeeze really hard. You can use these as a pliers to pull your zip tie, and then squeeze hard to clip the zip tie tail. Okay, so we're doing 8, and you're just literally putting the 8 of them right on top of the zip tie. Told you it was going to be easy. Oh, well, thank you for sharing, Sandra. I really appreciate that. And if anybody else is new here or is really interested in, you know, this project I'm doing, I would love if you could send me over the falls. You know, the S word that you're not allowed to say on Facebook, but it really helps a small business like ours, you know, evolve. So people know we're out there. Look how full this is already. So we have curls and we have ruffles. And it's so easy when you just put a zip tie. I don't know why I didn't think of that a lot sooner. About zip tying the centers instead of, you know, trying to hold that whole huge piece of mesh in your hands. Thanks, Diana. Ooh, pull, knock yourself in the head, and then continue on. And you can see our wire is getting, for our lights, are getting zip tied as well. So 8 of these we are zip tying on. So I like to make sure that each piece is separate, and then we're fluffing it up. But you can do that once you get all your mesh pieces on. We only have 2 more. So we do, thanks Tom, we do have like gingerbread and Santas and Mrs. Claus and all kinds of faces for the center of our character boards. And you can make them just like this. Okay. So I'm just gonna, now that all the pieces are on, I'm just gonna move. Make sure they're all separate so we see the ruffle and the curl. And kind of move them out of his face. I could have probably even used the outside holes. Made them even bigger. See, this one was underneath the one next to it. I don't want any of them underneath. I want them all on their own. super cute. So there's what we got so far. Isn't that cute? All right, so his hat. There's his cute hat. We're going to cut the tag off. The hat is flat backed. So you can put your hat wherever you would like on your snowman. So if you want it in the center of his head, you would just go where the first, you'll see if you spread, you'll see the number 2 there. That is the direct center of his face. Actually, that's probably where I'll do it. I'm going to take one of our pipe cleaners that you got in the kit. I'm sorry, Patsy. Okay. And I'm going to attach it to the center bar. Or you can also use the 2 side bars. It's totally up to you. I'm going to attach it with pipe cleaner. I'm also going to put a little bit of glue. Okay. So where I'm going with this hat is right where it's number 1 and number 2. Taking the end of my pipe cleaner, going, even though there's a zip tie there, because we put a piece of mesh there, I'm going down 1 hole, down the other hole, and then we're just I'm pulling it from the back. Okay, just like that. So there is the very center. There's the Unique and the Creek logo. That's the very center. And give it a twist. I'm going to cut this off. And I'm going to go back down the hole so it keeps the back of the wreath nice and tidy. And then there's no pipe cleaner to scratch the door or anything. It's hitting the bar. All right. While we're back here, we might as well put a zip tie in for our hanger. So these 2 holes right here, you're just going to take one of your zip ties, go down 1 hole, back up the other. Alrighty. And then just do it up till you hear a couple zips like that. Cut off the tail of it and then lock it for our hanger. Okay. Glitter all over his face. So his hat is on. I will be adding a little bit of glue, like I said, in a sec, because I'm going to add some fun to him as well. Kind of push these back. Now, normally, when I'm doing a wreath like this, if I want to make sure the curls stay back, I'll put a big bowl in the center, and the big bowl, I'll leave it overnight, and the big bowl will keep these curls trained to stand up out of its base. So it's a little trick and it works really, really well. Okay, so it's kind of plain for me. Okay, you can leave it like that. It's super cute, right? And we're going to do a bow tie and everything fun down here. We will attach some glue to it, but his hat is on there. I have these I purchased at Hobby Lobby. You can use anything. These are red, black, and white ornaments. A whole big box of them. Now I do my Christmas tree Disney theme, so I use the red, white, and black as fillers in my tree. And because we're doing like a red, black, and white kind of theme with the ribbon, I am going to make little ornament clusters to put in his, I guess not fur, I guess snowmen don't have fur, into his head, okay? And I will show you, I made a few already. I'm just doing little clusters like this of red, white, and black. And what I'm going to do, now the center one right here is where his bow tie is going to go. So I'm not going to put any ornaments here. So that's the very center where his hat is. But I'm going to go to the next one. I'm going to take the end, and I'll show you how I made these little clusters. They're very easy. Take one end, and we're going right over top of the zip tie that the mesh is on. One end is going one hole, the other end is going in the other hole. And I'm going to put little clusters like that, just to decorate them up a little bit. And look how fun that is. Okay, and you just twist it on the back, and we'll cut them off and put them back down again. But all you have to do is, now you could use even just white ones. So if you want to add some dimension to your snowman, you could do just 3 clusters of white ones going around. You could do silver, whatever you want. You can buy ornaments at the dollar store. However, these are really nice ornaments from Hobby Lobby. These ones are 60 millimeter. They're perfect. And I paid $16 with 50% off. So I paid $8 for all these ornaments. And a lot of them are glittered or metallic. Even the white ones that are not glittered are awesome. Just plain white. So I really, really like these. But like I said, I'm doing a red, white, and black kind of snowman. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the lid off. And you're going to want to do this if you're making clusters like this. Take the lid off. Get your hot glue. Put a little bit of hot glue around the rim of that. And put the lid back on. And let it dry. That way when you're pulling on your pipe cleaner, you can pull hard without the lid falling off or the ornament coming off. Oh, I think I glued this one already. I did. So once you have all your ornaments glued, just take a pipe cleaner. Why do I have to knock over everything? Good God. I'm sorry. I'm a complete klutz. Okay, now I'm going to take a pipe cleaner. I'm going to put each of the ornaments, slide them through that pipe cleaner. Okay, meet them up so they're in the middle of the pipe cleaner, just like that. Okay, I do it kind of, take all 3 in my hand so they're nice and tight and just give it a twist. Alrighty, and there you go. You have your ornament cluster. And you can do this for any kind of wreath, basically, that you're making if you want to add some ornaments. But these will be perfectly placed in the middle of every woodland ruffle. Right? Just pull down as it's tight, pull, and then twist in the back. Just add, like I said, you can use just dollar store ones too. Just adds a little bit of fun to your wreath. And I'm literally just going right over top of each zip tie mesh bundle that's zip tied on the board. Yeah, the hat comes in the kit. I'm not sure if we have any more left online. We did have some. Probably, usually as soon as I post them, they sell out. Okay, so far I used 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to be using 6 of these ornament clusters. Sherry, like I said, I don't know if I have any more left in stock. But if you like this, the kit is definitely the best bang for your buck. Okay, if you were to buy all this separately, it would cost a little bit more than the kit would. So, all right, I need one more set of ornaments. So I got 6 ornament clusters. Like I said, even white would look really cute. It'll look like snowballs going around him as well, if you just did just white. How we doing, TikTok? Woo! Hey, TikTok. Well, thanks for watching, you guys. This is a very fun wreath. If you've not made a wreath before, or if you want to have a ladies' night for a Christmas get-together and stuff, I'm telling you, this kit is the easiest and best to do. It is super cute. It's not hard. Everything you need is in the kit. You can even go to the dollar store and buy your friends, you know, a sleeve of white ornaments or silver ornaments to accentuate like I am. Super easy. All you need is scissors and a glue gun. And you only need one glue gun. If you're doing a ladies' night, everybody can share just the one glue gun. But they're a lot of fun. Or if you're doing a workshop, you just put the bag, the kit bag in front of everybody's chair, show them how to make the wreath, and let them go at it. Okay. So that is what we have so far. Isn't he cute? So I just added a little bit of color to him with my ornaments. And I won't do it right now, I'll just show you one. After you get them in, you're gonna snip that down and you're gonna put the pipe cleaner and back down the hole, okay? Because we wanna keep this nice and neat, okay? We'll do one more up here. Like even in the kit, they get this. So you just have to go to the dollar store and buy everybody a pair of scissors if you're having a ladies' night or a workshop. Super easy. Okay. Now we can put our battery pack on now as well. So I'm just going to put some hot glue, like I said, on the back of that piece of Velcro. And this is just Velcro I got from the dollar store. And I'm just going to tuck it because you can glue it right to the board. So I'm just going to lift this up, slide the battery pack, and hold it so it's glued to the board. So just like that. Okay, and there, put the mesh back down and you can't even see it. All right, let us make the fun for the center. Okay, you got this whole roll of 2.5 inch black, red, and white plaid ribbon, and you got this cute pick. We are going to make a fun, I call it like a starburst bow, so you don't even need a bow maker. What we're going to do is we're going to cut 3 pieces of this ribbon So you're gonna have a lot of ribbon left. 3 pieces of this ribbon at 12 inches. 1. Actually, no, I'll do 4. Let's do 4. 2. 3. 4. So you have the rest of the, pretty much the whole roll is left over. You can use on another project. Okay, so we're going to take our ribbon tail. These aren't my ribbon scissors. I'm going to line each of the edges up at the end here. Okay, and I'm going to fold it in half lengthwise, just like that. And where the folded edge is, I'm going to cut from the folded edge to the outside corner. And that's going to give us our nice V shape in our tails. I'm going to do the same thing on the other end. Line them all up, fold it in half, cut from the folded edge to the outside corner, and there we go. Okay, and then we got this pick. It's got red metallic tubing. It's got black and white snowdrift tubing. And it's got these 3 glitter balls right in the center. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cut most of this off. So if you just kind of go back and forth with your wire nippers, squeeze, go back and forth. Because it's a pretty thick wire that's in there. So you have to kind of cut and break them one wire at a time. Or if you have good cutters, like bolt cutters or whatever, or like these, or that goes right through. Much easier. But anyways, if you keep going back and forth, you will cut that wire. And then what we're going to do is we're going to fold this wire, just bend it to an L shape. Okay, so you can see that it's right at the base. You'll see the paper has stopped and it's just wire. That's where it's bending. Okay, we're just going to bend it like that. You're going to get one of your pipe cleaners that were in your kit and a zip tie. Okay, and we're going to take our pieces of ribbon, and I'm just going to kind of slightly crisscross them. Just like this. And then I'll put this one straight. Okay, so we have a middle right here. I'm going to pinch that middle. And then I'm going to put a zip tie around where I've pinched it. Okay, and don't do it up tight, because now I'm going to take that piece of wire, that L-shaped wire, and it's going to slide into the zip tie at the top here. Let me cut this back down. I need it a little bit shorter. There we go. Okay, so it's hooked onto the zip tie. Flip that zip tie to the back. Get your pipe cleaner, slide it underneath your zip tie, and pull that whole thing tight. All right, and then you're going to cut the zip tie tail off. And then we have a cute bow tie. fun and whimsical bow tie. So I'm just spreading the ribbon tails out. And our tubing thing is zip tied into the center of that, okay? And you can clip it down a little more if you want, closer to the zip tie. And you can also add just a touch of glue if you want. It's in there pretty good, but just add a little touch of glue over top of the zip tie and where that wire is in there. And we have this fun bow tie that's going to go right in the center, right here in the center of him. So you're going to take one side of your pipe cleaner, again go down right over top of the zip tie that's there. One, go down with the other. And you're going to pull it till you feel some resistance. It likes to stick to the, there we go. So just kind of pull, and I'm not pulling it right to the board. I'm just pulling it till I feel a little bit of resistance, and I'm going to twist. And then we can move our ribbon tails back and forth to make a really cute little kind of bow tie. Isn't that cute? Okay, so that is included in the kit too. So you do, like I said, you have definitely a whole roll of ribbon that you can use for another project. And then I'm just going to add, like I said, I threw in 3 of these snowflakes. These are mica snowflakes, so they're not like chippy ones. I am cutting off the fishing wire from them. You do get these in the kit as well. And you can literally put them wherever you want, okay? I think I'm going to put one on his hat here, just like that. So I'm just going to use a little bit of hot glue. I don't know if there's a right and a wrong side. Both sides are very glittered. So I'm just going to put some hot glue right in the center where you won't see it and spread it out into the little branches there. And then there's a wire right there, and that's where I'm going to put the center of my snowflake. Okay, that's on. Now we have 2 more. You can put them wherever you want. I think I might just put them, I don't know. Where should I put them? And just stick them in the sides here or something. I don't know. I like the one on the hat for sure. What about, oh, that looks nice. A little tucked in the bow. Like one right here. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to put a little bit of glue on the bottom corners here. Just like that. And I'm just going to kind of tuck it just into the bow like that. And then I'm going to do the same for the other side. It's hard to see them. There, I just kind of tucked them in the bow. Super cute. And then the last thing I'm going to add, I don't think this is in the kit. However, we do sell these. It's a little snowflake beaded ornament thing. I am just going to take a zip tie. And I'm going to zip tie the ornament. So the very center hole here to the outside of the board. Now I want the snowflake black part facing the front, so I'm just going to slide the rope to the zip tie. Again, it's just the little things, like the little additions that, you know, your customers do appreciate, the little added touches. Even though it's like only a couple bucks, it does make a big difference. Like, look how cute that is. The snowflake hanging down. Okay, I'm going to add a bit of glue. Even though his hat is tied on with a pipe cleaner, I'm going to add a bit of glue. Now you don't have to, it's on there pretty good, but just where the corner of the hat and the mesh meet, right there, right there, okay, and then again up here at the top, I'll fold a piece of mesh, just kind of run it right under the wire, right there. And again on this side, I'll just hold it. And that's it. Our snowman is complete. I will hold it up. Again, I'm going to put, you can start pushing these back. Like I said at the beginning, if you put a bowl, I have a big bowl. I put it in the middle of my face and leave it overnight. It trains the tubes, our mesh tubes, to go upright. It actually works really well. There's that tube. There. Alrighty. These back as best as I can. The ornaments actually help hold it back too. Okay, and he's got glitter face. Anyways, there we go. There is our super cute snowman. Can you see that, TikTok? Ah, isn't he cute? His hat's all sparkly. What do you guys think? Isn't it cute? Super easy. Like I said, this is one of the easiest projects. Perfect for a workshop. Perfect for a ladies' night. If you don't mind a bit of glitter. The hat has big chunks of glitter, so we have a little bit on the table here. It's Christmas. Everybody needs a little bit of glitter in their life at Christmas. And there we go. That's it. Again, you can put your hat wherever you want it. I liked it at the top. And our little ornaments. I love the little ornaments that I put in. Super cute. And our cute little funky bow there. Yes, it will go between two doors. I think. I will check. I'm not sure because this hat, it's all wired. It's a very hard, structured wire. So the brim of the hat may hit the door if you have two doors. So you'll have to check. But it could go on the outside of the door, no problem. Everything on here will withstand the weather. So we used zip ties. The mesh will withstand the weather. The ornaments will. The only thing that may have problems is the ribbon, but we really didn't use much ribbon at all. So And you can add whatever you like. I was going to put, we do have the white Deco tubing in stock. I was going to do loops of Deco tubing instead of the ornaments, but I forgot to bring them home. So if you like this, you might want to do white Deco tubing loops. It'll give it some dimension as well. All right. Well, thank you all for watching. I enjoyed doing that one. That one's one of my favorites. If you don't like the way I did it on this one, there is other similar ones, snowman ones, Santa ones. So you could do a Santa exactly the same, but with a Santa face and one of the Santa hats. You know, it's a lot of fun. So check out our YouTube channel. All the replays are over there, Unique in the Creek. And make sure you subscribe, because we do put quite a bit of videos and tutorials on there that if you're not subscribed, you'll never know. Alrighty, so again, thank you for joining me, and we'll see you soon. Tomorrow is Monday. Jackie Blewett is up tomorrow night. We all love who knows what she's going to come up with, but you know it's going to be fun. All right, everybody, thanks for watching. Have a great night. Bye.